everyone. I'm holding the phone away. Wait, I think I don't have to hold it, but maybe I'll just put it here and hope that you can't hear my dry mouth. I don't know. Sorry. Not professional. Um, this is for real a short episode. This first part, if you haven't been following along, like in order or whatever, you might not get this part, and you can skip a few minutes if you want. I don't want to bore you, but like for the other people, the ones like not to like separate the groups, like you're better than this one. I don't mean it like that. I just mean to say that the ones that have been following along, and are you getting ready to leave me? Oh, Morpheus always leaves every time I start talking. I don't know if I should take that personal or not. But hold on. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I had to clear my throat. I just got up a little while ago. I probably shouldn't have recorded. I'm sorry. Oh fuck, now you can hear him too. Morpheus, go take that out there. Come on, I don't want to hear that. Come on. Oh, sorry, this is very unprofessional, but like this is actually a tangent I haven't even started. So like that was Morpheus, the cat that is like part of my cult of one. I guess I'm the leader. Oh, I was just talking about that yesterday. Anyways, so this is embarrassing, but like I really need to know, and like this doesn't even have anything to do with autism. This is just like something gross that I need to hear if anybody else does. So like I have like an all or nothing, like you guys know what that is because you've got it too. And it's either like I'm way on the side of I don't like being dirty because like I don't ever. But like, everything has to be clean. That's how like I feel best is in a clean environment, like. But on the other side of it, like, sometimes I just completely throw those standards out the window. Basically, look, okay, this is not the first time this has happened, and maybe I talked about this before when it did happen, and my brain is just really, like, fritzy right now. But last night, when Alicia went to bed, I went in there and, because she likes to chat or whatever for a few minutes before she goes to sleep. And I saw, when I was getting up from my side, a fucking hairball. And it's not just the hairball that comes up when the cats throw it up. It's the gross liquid acid shit from their stomach. Like, oh no. And I realized I had been laying on it while we were chatting, and then all of a sudden I started smelling it everywhere because it was fucking on me. It was smushed onto me, and I started dry heaving. It was bad. It was a bad situation. And so what I did, because like she can stay up a little bit later now, she doesn't have to go to bed at 7:30 anymore, and it was like, I don't know, 9. And yeah, we have another set of sheets, like we could just remake the bed at that point, but like once this bitch is in bed, she's not getting up unless she's got to pee or it is time for her to get up for the day. And I know that that's like most people, but what I mean is like she does not want to get up for anything. Like I don't care if I have to get up, whatever. So yeah, I had to take that into consideration, and I was like, look, and then before I could finish, she's like, I have extra towels, go get one. So I went and got like a towel, I put it over the hairball, like I didn't even go and get paper towels to get the fucking hairball. That's how lazy I was. And I was simultaneously grossed out, and so I put that over it, and then I got like another different bed sheet. No, it was the same bed sheet. It was the bed sheet that like I kicked off. Why am I telling all these details? Anyway, it was a bed sheet, and then I put it over the towel, and then I made sure the whole area was covered. Then I went and got my peppermint essential oil spritzer, and I spritzed that all over like my side. And I was like, she seemed like okay with that. Oh, sorry, I burped. She seemed okay with that, and so I looked at her before I left, and I said, "Are you going to tell anybody about this? Like, are you going to judge me that I just did that, and that I'm obviously going to go to bed and sleep on top of this disgusting hairball bullshit because we're just too lazy to do anything about this right now?" She's like, "Yeah, I'm not judging you." And I know that, like, I could just, like, go to sleep in here in my room because I have, like, a bed that's made up or whatever, but, I didn't want to sleep in here. I wanted to sleep in, like, the good bed, like, the comfy bed. I don't know. That's not the first time I did that. That's the second time. The only difference is the first time I cleaned up the stuff on the sheet as best I could with paper towels and a spray, and then I just covered it with a towel because that one was a day before my regular day to wash the sheets, and I was like, I'm not messing up my schedule. But today's Wednesday. Oh, today's Wednesday. Oh, it's the same thing. It's a day before. Also, it doesn't mess my schedule up. I'm sorry. Like, Thursdays, it's when I, like, wash the sheets. I, like, make the bed. I'm realizing, if you're still listening, I'm so sorry. It's like 7 minutes of whatever the fuck this tangent just was. Basically, I'm not a dirty person. And if you are, that's completely okay. Like, you be you. I am not judging. I just don't like to associate, like, dirty things with me. I like to smell nice. But I totally just went to sleep on some cat barf. And I need to really feel good about myself and hear from somebody that has also done this. Please, it can't just be me. And if also hearing this is made you decide, ooh, I don't think I should continue on her journey. This is just too much. This is gross. I understand. And thank you very much for coming along up to this point. And I'm not going to sit here and say that I won't do this again, but, like, oh, I don't know. I'm just admitting it. Whatever. Anyways, so what I meant, I think what I was starting to get to, oh, wow. I should not record as soon as I get up. But all these episodes in, I don't think I've learned my lesson. There was, how was this, several weeks back or like a few months back, or seems so long ago, maybe like several months back. There was this dude on Upwork. The short version is I did a job. It was worth $500. I got my money because this was all through Upwork and through a new client. And I went on my way. Just like I do with any other job, like copy editing job or whatever. And then I had heard from Upwork, like, I don't know, weeks after that. I'm bad with time. And they were like saying that the guy was doing a chargeback with his bank or whatever and wanted the $500 back that I had earned rightfully for that job. And I was fucking pissed. And, to be honest, like, I hadn't let that go. I did not let that go until just recently. Because, like, have I dropped grudges against other people that have been shitty to me? Yeah, like, I don't talk to those people anymore. But, like, I don't sit here and, like, harbor hate toward anybody. Like, I don't, like, not forgive people or whatever. Like, I forgive, like, even my shitty family, they don't need to know I forgive them, and I never want anything to do with them. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is I couldn't let this one go because whenever it's something that really threatens my sense of, like, I don't know if morality is the right word, but if it's not fair, like, if I got treated so unfairly, like, I'm talking, like, more than just, like, bully and bullshit, and that's really important too. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about something that was blatantly unfair. Like, I spent hours on this book. I earned that money. It got taken away from me weeks after I earned it. And I have not been able to let that go because it's not fair. And it's not like I've been, like, harboring this, like, or, like, bitching about it every single day. But every single day, I do at some point throughout that day think about that for at least 5 seconds. Like, oh, I wish I could get that money back. And, like, I always hope maybe tomorrow I'll have let this go and it won't bother me so much. But I have a hard time being on the receiving end of something just unfair. And the good news is it good news? I'm not sure. So, like, I left that whole situation with Upwork. Like, they got their fucking money back. They sent it to the bank, or I don't know how that worked, but I was like, fuck these people. That was the day when that happened to me. That was the day I had decided, like, I am fucking done with this platform. I'm pretty sure that's the day. If it's not, like, that was the first day, and then I had another day. Like, I had a couple of days where I was like, fuck Upwork. But that was definitely, like, I'm pretty sure that was the very first day that I had decided, like, I cannot continue working for this fucking platform that is just going downhill, and every new feature it releases that thinks it's helping the freelancers is hurting us. It's, like, making our lives harder. It's making it harder for us to find work. And it's, like, even the clients, the good clients have fled the platform, at least in, like, the copy editing realm. I mean, there's a bunch of, like, jobs for other countries and stuff, and even ones for, like, your America. Sorry, I had to do it. But there's lots of spam going on. And anyways, that was it for me. I was like, I'll be fucking damned if, like, I just continue on my merry way on this platform and this happens to me again, and I could have just pivoted and done something different or whatever. So they sent an email yesterday. I forgot that there was still a process going on. I thought that it was all said and done because that's how my mind works. And Alicia, turns out she never forgot that, like, it was still in a process and wasn't resolved completely. Because, like, Upwork had to deal with the bank and all that shit, like the client's bank. And so I got an email from Upwork yesterday saying that, like, the bank favored me, and so I'm getting the money back. Like, I already got it. So, yeah, that client, like, I don't know. He didn't get what he wanted because he was being a shitty dirtbag, I guess. But, that email was just like, oh my God, like, this money comes back to me. And it's nice because, like, yeah, who doesn't need money? Like, we could definitely use $500, but what was I even talking about that for? No, that was the whole, yeah, I wanted to talk about that. I'm very happy that worked out. I don't know why that happened. There's just some things that, like, I feel, even though I don't understand why they happened, I still have this feeling that they served some sort of a purpose, whether or not it's, like, for me or for, like, the other party. I don't know. I really wish I knew, like, why this had to happen to me. Or should I reframe the way I just said that? I don't know. But I just wanted to share that I got a little bit of a win with that. But yeah, I'm like, I haven't worked on Upwork in so long. Like, fuck them. Anyways, I should have mentioned this a while ago, but, like, I was the last to the party about Fern Brady. I bet everybody listening to this knows who Fern Brady is. I did not until I was listening to some podcast. I wish I could, like, remember which one. And her book, Strong Female Character, got recommended as a good one. So I got the audiobook version, and I had been listening to it, and about halfway through the audiobook, I got these notifications from Netflix that, like, she was coming out with a stand-up special. And I had no idea this bitch was a comedian. But I was wondering, because, like, her book is kind of funny here and there. Like, she's got a very good sense of humor. But anyways, so just to condense this, I think, like, there's, perhaps I'm also on the fence with becoming, like, having Fern Brady be my special interest. This is ridiculous. That bitch is so fucking funny. She went to number 1 on my list of comedians that I love. I wish I can see her in person someday. Her sense of comedy is right up my lane. Like, she's fucking hilarious. deadpanning, like, all kinds of stuff. The shit that she says, I'm like, yes. And the fact that she named her special Autistic Bikini Queen is fucking hilarious to me. But I don't want to spend, I mean, I'm just gonna, if you haven't heard of Fern Brady, hey, you want to let me know that too? Just be like, hey, I just found out about her because of this episode, so that, like, I don't feel like I'm the last to the party. Hilarious. And then this is the part that, like, actually I'll probably spend 5 minutes on. I realize it's almost 16 minutes in, and, like, this last part was the actual reason why I got on here to record, so I apologize for the scatteredness again, but this is very embarrassing to admit. I've shared on here my discovery of, like, in my acceptance and whatever, that I am asexual, right? And if you've been following along, I've had episodes where I've talked about, well, I feel straight, you know, but, like, I'm married to a woman, but I don't feel attracted to other women, so I don't think I'm bisexual. Like, I don't know. It was just, I went, like, 29 years of my life with, like, I'm straight. Although, like, this one time in my early 20s, I got, like, really drunk and had sex with a woman in the military. But, like, I don't know. I don't regret it, but I was just really drunk. I don't know what that was all about. But, like, as far as I knew, I was attracted to dudes. And, so then, like, Alicia comes into my life, and, like, you know, I am not embarrassed. I didn't have that whole thing of, like, I don't want people to find out I'm married to a woman, because my mind has never, out of all of the things I've been anxious about, that has not ever been one of them. I mean, weird, but, like, I've always considered myself as an ally. Always, always, always. Nobody asked me to be one, but even before, like, Alicia, I was an ally. Like, I do not support people being fucking cruel and marginalizing, you know, like, I can spend a whole episode on that. I'll just get to the point. How embarrassing is this? But I'm not that embarrassed, I guess. I can kind of laugh at this a little bit, because now I'm understanding that, like, I miss very obvious things. Like, remember that episode about Sylvester and how big that my stomach was, and I had no idea. Well, here's another thing. I am not good with acronyms. The military just throws them in your face. Everything's a fucking acronym in the military, and it bothered me every fucking day. Somebody was like, where's the CPT? And I'm like, what the fuck is that? Because, like, there's something else that sounds like ACP. Like, I don't know what the fuck you're looking for. It's just so stupid. And my mind, like, I struggle with, like, acronyms and the placement of the letters. It's almost like I'm dyslexic with, like, acronyms, and maybe that's not a good way to describe it. And I don't mean to be disrespectful to dyslexic people, but what I'm getting to is, like, the LGBTQIA plus. Like, I really have a hard time saying acronyms, and I am so, like, I know what the LGBT part, because that for years is how the community was, like, identified, LGBT, and then came the other letters and the plus sign, and it was a lot for me to remember. I couldn't keep the letters in my mind, and so, like, I don't know, I'm sorry, I'm afraid I sound disrespectful when I say this, but, like, I guess I'm part of the community now, because the A means asexual. And when Alicia got back from work yesterday, she's like, how did therapy go? And I told her, like, the conversation I had about, like, telling Tia I'm asexual, and we talked about that for a little bit, and then Alicia was like, oh, like, hey, you're part of the community now. And I'm like, what community? And she's like, the LGBT, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay. And she's like, well, you're asexual. I'm like, so? And she's like, that's what the A means in LGBTQ, la la la. And I was like, it does? That's what it means? Oh, am I so ignorant? Like, I'm not trying to not know these letters. Well, I don't bother with acronyms because I know I'm just going to forget what they stand for. But I walk away from the acronym with like mostly the overall. I know what the LGBTQ plus, I know what that stands for, what it represents. I know what the people have been through. Like, I know. I just don't know what the individual letters are. And that's how my brain works. And so can you imagine? I'm like sitting here and I'm thinking, like, how long did she know this information and didn't share this with me? Did she think I knew this information? Because this entire time it's been like a joke between us. We're like, we go to the doctors for like one of my appointments and they're like, ask you to identify in that form. Like, are you straight, gay, blah, 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 other, whatever. And I've always, number one, that fucking box is stupid. Like, do you really need to know this in these days? Like, in this year? 2024, do you need to know this about people? Like, for real? I don't know. But I struggled with those after I got married to a woman. But I kept checking the straight box or whatever. Boy, do I sound like a dick right now. And Alicia would be like, but you're married to a woman. I'm like, then what would you like to call this? Because I'm attracted to men. I'm not attracted to you, but like if this didn't work out, I mean, if another woman happened upon me or whatever, like in my life, not literally, great, cool. But I'm not gonna go looking for that. Like I like dudes. I don't know. And I like to label things and categorize them in my mind because it helps me process stuff. And I've always kind of just been like, I don't know what the fuck this is. And I just start checking the other box or hoping that like I've described the situation to a doctor a couple of times. Hey, I like dudes up until like I married my wife and I think I'm straight, but she says I'm not, so what do you think I should check? Like, what the fuck? Oh my god, what's wrong with me? And I had no idea that, like, identifying as asexual, like, that was, like, part of being in the community. And so when she said that and I worked through oh my god, how did I not realize this? How did I not know that, like, that's what the A stands for? I was like, oh my god, I am more than an ally now. Like, I am in the fucking community. I am a people. I am a people in this community. That feels fucking great. Like, I belong to more than one community. Now I have an autistic community, people that I can relate to, and that I see and understand, and they see and understand me. Sorry about the voice. And then, like, now I'm in the LGBTQ la 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 community. How great is that? Oh, I am so excited for Pride next month because it's my birthday month. It was written in the stars. That sounds stupid, but it's my birthday month, and I've always ever since I married a woman, I've been like, let's go to Pride. I want to see what that's all about, and I felt like, let me bring my wife because she belongs in the community. I'm just tagging along. I don't know. I don't know. But like, I am so happy that like I get to say I belong to this community. And maybe I always have. Maybe allies are considered like they're just part of the community. But you know what I mean? Like, that's a good feeling. And it's also pretty funny to me that like I had no idea because like the acronyms, can people just really just stop with the acronyms? I probably use them and don't even realize it. But like for real. I can't even say the full thing. It's hard to organize in my brain or whatever, but like, what box would I check on the doctor's form for this one? Is there boxes for that? You know what? The last doctor I've been to was when I got my hysterectomy / like cyst removal, and Alicia filled out all the paperwork for that. Because I was not in a good spot. And so, do they even have boxes like that on the paperwork anymore? Like, what's the situation? And I know that this, at the end of the day, like, this really doesn't matter, and I really am not losing sleep over the fucking box that I'm gonna check, identifying, like, how I identify, but whatever. So sorry. I duped you. I did not do this on purpose. I said this was gonna be a short episode. I'm pretty sure I said that, and look at us now. So sorry about the length. And my voice is going and my words. So I'm just going to end this now. And thank you very much for listening. I really hope this was relatable. And please email me with all the stuff I asked you to email me with. Oh my God. Okay. Goodbye.